Well, welcome to a beautiful February day on the Isle of Wight. It's lovely. So I thought I'd give you a tour of the outside of the Bedford before we start looking at the engine. So I believe these original turbo Vector wheels. I've got one of those off the car because it had a bit of a flat tyre, and at some point I'm going to have to buy, fairly soon, once it goes on the road, I'm going to have to buy new tyres for it. The only problem is I have no idea what size they are. It's FR70 by 14, so the 70 is the profile of the tyre and the 14 is obviously the wheel rim size. But I don't have a thickness for it, do I? So I don't really know what tyre I need to buy. If anybody knows what I need, please let me know. Let's work our way around. Check out the running boards on it, made of wood. A few people go, oh, the running boards are a bit rusty, but no, they're actually made of wood. Whether they're bonded into this glass fibre body kit, I have no idea until I delve into it. And it's all held in place with a what looks like angle iron. There we go. As you can see, the bottom of the door's getting a little bit rusty there. Oh yeah, go back up to here. This is a common place for them to go, isn't it, on the old Bedfords? So I'm gonna have to look into that a bit closer. But yeah, going back to the running board, turbo, because of course it is, or was. And check out the side exit exhaust, absolutely brilliant. I'm in two minds whether to keep the running boards or not. Ideally I'd love to have side pipes. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? The body itself it is not too bad in places. I say you've got this amazing glittery paint job, absolutely fantastic. But where the bodywork's bad in certain areas, it's going to need a repaint, and it's a shame for it to go. These windows, look, it's absolutely brilliant. However, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just definitely got that home-brewed look to it, hasn't it? Where I work in the marine industry, I do see a lot of really nice boat windows, and I mean the round one would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? That's classic. But I don't think you can get those anymore. I could probably try and make them, you know, the domed round windows. We used to get the club, didn't you, or the ace of spades or whatever. Yeah, I might have a look at some boat windows, see if I got something would work there. So the bottom of the doors on the back is starting to go again, not really an issue, but luckily this panel seems all right. This panel seems okay. It's going to need some attention, obviously. And check out the etching. I don't know if you can see this. Look at the etching on the rear window. So this is the Needles here on the Isle of Wight, because obviously this is an island van. And there's the van itself. And whatever that was that the Opal? I think it is. That will come to light. I won't give you a tour of the inside today because it's all full of my junk. I'm kind of using it as a bit. That's the Ride Queen. Yeah, it's got a tow hitch. I'm obviously going to have to turbo. I'm obviously going to have to check that out before I start towing some expensive rally cars on the back of it. Highland Cruisers, look. Obviously a club back in the day, and I really do like the old Halfords rear light, look, absolutely brilliant. CB mount, obviously it's got a CB in it, but I have noticed the CB is actually rigged up to a mag mount, so we'll play with that. And of course the air horn, or it's not air horn, is it? This is electric. I suppose it is air horn, isn't it? It's just electric diaphragm in there. But I'm sure you can see here, look at the state of the gutter. This is the worst bit of gutter here, which is above the drivers. So if the sun's getting in the way. But this is the worst bit. And of course on the top of the van we've got our cruising lights. I really do like these mirrors, really nice. I'm guessing they're period correct, but yeah, definitely gonna try and save them. All sprayed to colour match. So yeah, as far as the bodywork is concerned, my first plan is to fix the roof. Basically the van is watertight, no water's getting in there, which is quite nice, but I'm gonna fix the gutters, then spray the roof. Oh yeah, I need to show you the roof. There you go, look. So it's a bit worse for wear, so the whole thing is going to need a jolly good sand down. Try and get rid of as much as that. Luckily it's all surface rust, but as you can see the paint is all crazed and kind of shot, isn't it? Sunroof, not above the driver, but and unfortunately that paint theme goes across to the bonnet as well, so as you can see, look, it's all cracked and starting to rust through. I love the old louvers, look. I wonder if he actually, you know, I'm gonna have to find out, did he find someone that could press louvers? Did he have a go at making them himself? And I like the fact they're not equal. I really like that. I can imagine the rain runs down into those though, but they are the right way around, the way you need them to be. And of course the custom grille, look at that. I bet that was the Mutt's nuts at the time, so I'm guessing it's been cut off because normally it has the bar across the middle. Luckily I have a spare, so I can either keep these, well they're like held on with P-clips or something, aren't they? Look at that. No, all this stuff is absolutely brilliant, but whether I keep it or not is another story, isn't it? Right, let's have a quick look at the engine, because that's what this episode is all about. So yeah, it's got to come out because it's kind of been left like that since whatever happened to it. Oh, look at that. No, they're not. I was wondering if they were Maserati horns. God, because that's what everybody wants. They are aluminium. They're not plastic. Ooh. You never know, do you? There's the doodah. No, they're probably not. Anyway, they're not cheap ones, or they weren't in their day. So yeah, so somebody told me, right, obviously I know from watching the Skid Factory that the best way to take the engine out is to put the whole thing on a 4-poster lift the body up, leaving the front subframe in place and letting the, but I can't do that, look, because I'm doing it on my driveway. But I have seen on the internet that basically if you take the head off, like the head is now, take this panel off, you can kind of get it out the middle. I have another plan. It's a custom car, it's a custom van, so I can do basically whatever I want, can't I? But yeah, I have a little plan, because the CF2s, the whole front comes off. I know I can't do that because this panel was welded, plus I've got a spoiler which is glass fibered on, but this bit, yeah, we'll have a think about it. Anyway, that engine's going to have to come out somewhere. Not right now though, because I happen to have a spare, because this time I bought this I also managed to get hold of a scrap, very rusty Bedford CF 1 facelift camper van with an engine that supposedly run very nicely when parked. Okay, run VT. love the way they future-proofed this van by knowing that this was going to rust out, and that was the only way that you could access this bolt holding the front bumper on. I think it's amazing. Right, here's the next game that we're playing. Just getting ready to take the engine out the back of the Ignis, and I thought I'd remove the carb because, you know, I just don't want to damage it. So I undid the little nuts, which is great. They've got these washers, metal washers that go on the top. So I've taken the carb off. Now I'm missing a nut. I've been looking around the engine bay, trying to see where it's gone. And I'm sure you can understand my fear that if it actually went down, which I don't think it did because I didn't take the carb off until the nut was off, because you wouldn't. But obviously my fear is that if the nut has gone down there, it might end up in the cylinder head, and obviously, I mean, it might, you know, best case scenario, it's somewhere, and I don't know where it is, or it's fallen in here, but obviously I don't want to lift the engine out, rocking it, and it end up in the top of the cylinder somewhere. So I'm very reluctant to do anything else until I found that nut. Let me tell you a little trick I was told about when I was an apprentice mechanic. When you're looking around, you'll never see it. But if you go to eye level, there it is. We can now continue. Right. Just to make sure nothing else goes in there. Bit of that. Good. trying to mount the engine on the stand. It's so weird. As in, it's a slant engine, so I could mount it. Anyway, I'm getting inventive. Like half of it's on one side. It's basically half a V8. How old is that?